Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Talking with Tina. Today I am here with a friend of mine, Laura Wall from the Alzheimer's Association. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm so great. How are you, Tina? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I know you are a very busy lady and have a lot on your plate, so taking time out of your day really means a lot to me. So thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Laura, you are the Director of Development for the Alzheimer's Association. What an awesome job.
It is. I love it every day. It's a job I would have if I didn't have to have a job. If I won the lottery, I would still do my job.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a great job.
It's probably very rewarding personally and professionally.
It's incredibly rewarding because we can see the direct impact we have on people every day. I get calls all day long with people who are freaked out about Alzheimer's disease or worried that their parents might have it or are living with somebody with Alzheimer's, and just to be able to give them some comfort and support and our resources that we have at the association. We have so many resources, and that I think is one of the most rewarding things about this is nobody has to fight this disease alone.
Yeah.
We're all, it's interesting. Before the pandemic, we talked about how Alzheimer's was a pandemic, basically. It's a huge growing concern, and the number one risk factor for Alzheimer's disease is age. And as we get older, we are at higher risk. And the thing about Alzheimer's is it's so isolating. So when I hear from people, they've kind of gotten to the end of their rope and they're like, I have to have some help. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. And to be able to say, we're here for you 24/7 and everything we do is free, that's like the greatest thing I get to do.
Right. So why did you choose the Alzheimer's Association?
You know, I actually feel like it chose me. I've been in the nonprofit sector my entire career, and I've raised money for lots of great causes. But 5 years ago, this position opened up, and it was just like this perfect storm, of everything came together at the right moment. And I walked into this position, and I have never been happier. And there are lots of reasons for that. I mean, Alzheimer's is a very distressing disease, and it's ugly and it's unpleasant and awful. But I have old parents, and what's happened through this job is I've met so many incredible people dealing with the elderly population that during my time of need, my dad just passed away, but during his time of need, I knew who to call, I knew where to go, I knew what to do because of this network that we've created. But I just want to tell people that we're there for them too. And you can come be part of our family. It's simply a phone call away. Or jump onto alz.org. And it's just amazing how many resources we have for people. We're just rich with them. Whether it's you've got a person at home that should be in a memory care unit, but you're afraid to do that because of COVID, we've got answers to that. We've got different ways of helping you cope with that. And then, is it the right time to move somebody into memory care? When does it become the right time to move somebody? These are hard, big, awful questions. You're not alone. And so when they call our 800 number, we've got master's level social workers on the phone 24/7. I've called them myself. They're like the loveliest people. And any question, any concern, any thought you're having, they'll help you. You don't have to do this by yourself.
And you really need that care and that the feel of love, especially when you're in this moment. Just understanding where maybe you are, where your spouse is, where your parent is, and making that next step. You need to know that there's somebody out there who's really going to treat you with love, treat you with care. So knowing that is a big thing for, I'm sure, a lot of people.
It's a really big deal. We know that Alzheimer's disease or any dementia is the hardest on the caregivers. It's brutally hard to be a caregiver for someone with Alzheimer's. And I've done it too. And it's so difficult not to argue, not to be defensive, not to try and right the wrong. We can't do that. You can't argue with somebody with dementia because all it does is hurt their feelings and hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And So a lot of the coping strategies we've got on our website. We've also got, if you call our 800 number, they'll walk you through what to do so that you don't get confrontational. It's really interesting. Arguing with somebody with dementia is completely pointless because you can't get them back to your reality. So what we tell people is go with them to their reality because it doesn't matter. They're not going to remember. What they're going to remember is how you made them feel. And so if your mom says to you for the 45th time, I want to tell you the story about my hairdresser.
You're touching me very emotionally right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't anticipate this at all. Very close to home.
It's very hard and it's a very tender subject for so many people, including me. But when your person says the 45th time something, instead of saying, Mom, you've already told me that, don't do that. Just say, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. I didn't know that. And we have a researcher up at Utah State University who did a great TED talk on this. And she said, never tell a person with Alzheimer's or dementia the worst news of their life. Like, oh, you don't live at home anymore, Mom, you live in this memory care unit. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that their husband or wife has died because they can't register that. It doesn't help them. It just hurts their feelings. And then they've forgotten, but that feeling persists. And it's sort of like with little kids. If you scowl at a little kid, woo, that was exciting. If you scowl at a child, they're going to cry. They don't know why you're scowling at them. They don't know why you're mad at them. It's the same with somebody with Alzheimer's or dementia. Just be kind. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be right. And I know our tendency is to correct because we want our parent to continue to be the authority on all things, or grandparents, or aunts, uncles, whoever it is. We want them to retain their dignity and retain their knowledge base, but they've got a disease that is taking that away. And so it is up to us to be kind, above all, and then also kind to yourself. And if you have yelled at your person with Alzheimer's disease, don't do it tomorrow. Just don't ever do it again. Just stop. We don't have to punish ourselves for our transgressions that we didn't know were transgressions. Now we just need to learn the coping skills and move ahead.
Wow. Well, you brought me to a very vulnerable moment right there. But you share some great information, and knowing that I can go and my family or other people can go and check your resources. So tell me, what does the Alzheimer's Association offer to people for information?
Well, first of all, everything we do is free. And so just have that in mind. But mostly it's everywhere from a gateway, like my mom is forgetting where her keys are. So we've got quizzes. Take these 10 warning signs. How many of these does your person have? Then what the next step is, you need to contact a neurologist, right? Then it's the next step. Here's the testing. Okay, then what is this disease? If you get a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease or any of the other dementias, what is it? Because people don't know they don't understand that this is a disease like cancer is a disease. This is killing brain cells. This is a disease that is relentless. And, I think it was chalked up for so many years as just normal part of aging, but it's not a normal part of aging, and not everybody gets it. 1 out of 3 seniors will end up with it, but that's 2 out of 3 who don't. And so identifying the problem, but then once you have identified the problem, you're just beginning in your journey with Alzheimer's. And so what we have are support groups, education classes. We do a ton of research. That's one of our very most exciting things, is the research that's happening into Alzheimer's disease and potential cures.
Yeah, we do. I'm with you, girl.
Good.
Whatever we can do, let us know for sure. It is very close to home, and I'm sure a lot of people deal with it, and it's having the resources available is very reassuring. Thank you.
We're here for you 24/7.
Love it. Well, Laura, thank you so much for your time today. We are out of time. So that's all for today. Thank you, Laura, for spending time with me. I appreciate it.
I loved it. Thanks a million.
You bet. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Talking with Tina today, and we'll see you next time.